Okay, Mark, I wanted to show you some of the conditions we have here with these connections. This is looking at the second floor right along grid R. This particular one here, we figured out that we can make a single-sided shear angle and it passes the connection. When we do a double row on the beam like this, but without a through plate, it won't pass because of the slender wall. But if we just tell it automatic and put a single-sided shear, it puts it on there. I don't really care for the weld it's showing, and it details it this way, a 1/2 inch on top and then 3 sides. I think we would just weld it 3 sides and be done with it. So if that's going to be cool, then with Myrex, then this is a good connection. And of course, running in the grid line forward direction, having a through plate, it passes with double 3/4 rows. So that's what I've done here. That's at grid R4. The same thing on this side. If we go down grid R toward the short end here, this beam passes with a single row, but in order to make this side pass, we had to make it a through plate, and we also had to drop the load to 41K. It calculated as 84.4, but we input 41 and it passed. So that'll be something that we do on the RFI, where we show the actual and then what works. As far as this connection goes on this side, I didn't fix it. A through plate's probably going to work on it. Let's just see. Oh no, we can't do a through plate on it. Oh, I'm at the wrong place. We can't do a through plate on it because the other direction's going as a through plate. Let me just switch it real quick to a angle and see if that works. Clip angle, one-sided only, welded to the supporting member. Process that. So so we've got that condition for the short spans. We can make them work in one direction. The other direction we still have an issue. And I guess, oh, this is what I wanted to show you. When we change it to an angle, it wants to make a super extended angle like that, and I don't think that's a good condition. It also kicks the connection off of this one. I don't know why. So I'll play with this a little bit more, but I may be able to get the through plate in this side and then do a double shear on this side. I'm not sure. I'll have to play with this a little bit more, but I wanted to point that out to you, that it looks like these angles may work. In the case for this one, instead of making the shear angle, just doing that on all 4 sides. Well, these 1835s are shorter. They're only like 20-foot span, and when you do an angle condition on it, it does that super extended angle. I don't think that's a good idea for y'all fabrication wise, but I don't know. Tell me what you think. Okay, so that's the standard beam connections. I also wanted to show you a vertical brace bay. It's down here by this stair. If I pop to the surface of this beam here, the right end, we made that a through plate, and we dropped the load from 84K to 57K, and it works by what we talked about. This end, though, it's going to a W10 by 60 column flange, and it fails, and it says it's due to the beam web shear strength exceeded. So it won't even make a connection. Even if we drop the kips to 2, it's not going to make a connection unless we force it. And then once you force it, then you're just taking out all the load factors. So we've got that, and also this particular brace right here up above. Problem with it is it says it exceeds the brace end maximum exceeds 15 volts. So I'm not real positive. The beam connection works, but the brace tells us that it exceeds the number of volts. I think I can manually figure out what that should be as long as the beam connection works, but I don't know if I input something if it's going to just negate the whole beam connection. I'm not real sure how that works. Above that it seems to be working okay. Well, not sure about that one. Have to look at it. But there's a couple things we're just running across right off the bat. But I wanted to see specifically what you thought about the beam connection, maybe possibly using a shear angle as opposed to something else. This particular one, like I said, at R13, at R4, this beam is not passing when we try to do a double row. It's not going to pass without a through plate. With a through plate it will pass, but that's the only way. I think that's all right now, but yeah, I'll talk to you about this after you get this.